Let's jump in, Julia. So many learners say they get stuck translating word by word in their heads. Why does it matter if we think in English instead?
Honestly, it makes a huge difference. When you translate, your brain has to work double time first, making a sentence in your native language, then scrambling to turn it into English. No wonder people freeze up or miss their chance to speak.
That's so true. And sometimes, the translation just comes out really awkward, like when someone says, I have cold, instead of I am cold.
Exactly. And beyond the words, it's also a confidence thing. When you start thinking in English, you react faster, and those long pauses fade. It feels more natural, almost like you're unlocking a new side of yourself.
You know, I've noticed people also understand conversations and even movies better once they start thinking in English. It's like their brains finally catch up with what's being said.
Absolutely. And don't forget about pronunciation. When you think in English, you start hearing the sounds as a native would, which really helps you speak more clearly.
Funny thing is, even knowing how important it is, lots of learners hit the same roadblocks. Let's talk about what might be getting in the way.
For sure, the first biggie is relying too much on translation. If you always try to find the perfect translation in your head, your brain never really gets used to forming English sentences naturally.
It's like never taking your training wheels off, right? And another one I see is overthinking grammar. Learners want every word to be perfect, but that just slows them down.
Oh, totally. Even native speakers mess up grammar sometimes. The goal is to communicate, not to sound like a textbook. Stressing over every rule just stops you from speaking.
Another biggie. Fear of mistakes. Some people stop themselves from even trying because they're scared to mess up.
That's such a shame, because mistakes are how we learn. And one more, if you hardly ever hear or use English outside class, your brain will keep defaulting to your first language. You need to surround yourself with English for your mind to switch over.
Now for the good stuff. How can listeners actually train their brain to think in English? What's step 1?
Start simple. Just name things around you in English. You see a bed, a lamp, your phone. Think those words in English, right in your daily life.
I like that. And to take it up a notch, try describing what's happening. Instead of just thinking cup, say to yourself, I'm drinking coffee from my cup.
Exactly. And next, talk to yourself in English, even if it feels a bit silly. Whether you're cooking, getting dressed, or just walking, narrate what you're doing in simple English sentences.
No pressure, since it's just you. And another lifesaver. Switch to English dictionary. If you don't know a word, look up its meaning in English, not your native language.
That's a game changer. Plus, keep your thoughts simple at first. Think short sentences like, I need vegetables, instead of trying to craft complex ones right away. And as you get more comfortable, your inner English voice will grow stronger. You'll start having mini conversations with yourself in English as a habit.
Once those first steps start feeling easier, how can learners turn English thinking into a real habit, something they do every day?
Try starting and ending your day with English thoughts. When you wake up, plan your day in English in your head. At night, review what happened all in English. It's a small shift, but it adds up.
I've actually done the no translation rule for 30 minutes a day, and it's surprising how quickly your brain adapts. Just challenge yourself. For half an hour, only think in English, even if it's tough.
Another trick I love is talking to yourself aloud in simple English. Describe what you're doing, how things smell or look like. I'm making tea. It smells so good. It's all about building English into your routine.
And journaling. Even a few lines about your day in English can really help track progress. Plus, you'll notice your thoughts becoming more natural over time. All these tips are great, but we know there are bumps in the road. What struggles should listeners expect, and how can they stay motivated?
One of the toughest is falling back into your native language and translating again. Patience is key. Start with just small words or phrases, not full sentences, and build from there.
And when you forget a word, don't freeze. Try to describe it using simple English. If you can't remember refrigerator, say the cold box where I keep my food. It keeps your mind working in English.
Yes, and don't get discouraged if progress feels slow. Keeping a journal or even just recording yourself now and then helps you notice improvement you might otherwise miss.
Honestly, mistakes are just part of the journey. The more you practice, the easier it gets, and one day you'll realize you're thinking in English without even trying.
Exactly. Keep practicing, stay patient, and enjoy the process. Every small step adds up to real fluency over time.